Hello gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my channel called Fitter Philosophy, in which I share my life's experience in a more stoic and philosophical manner to assist you in your recalibration, your organisation, your generally dealing with the stuff that you have to deal with. And that really is the content of this video. As we come to the end of the year 2021, this is the final video that I'm recording of the year to share with you. And I want to give you some advice here, some stoic philosophical advice. Nothing academic, you understand. This is the practical stuff, the real stuff, the workable stuff that we can weave into our daily lives in order to improve the quality of our journey through this world. It's as simple as that. And my advice is quite simple. Use the opportunity at the end of the year to spring clean your defence mechanisms. I used to work with a guy who was quite mercurial. Name's Jiffy. Lovely guy. Always sincere. Always honest with you, and being so honest with himself, and quite mercurial in that he wasn't a jolly person, far from it. But there's a lot to be learned from these people who are serious and a little bit miserable, but realistic with it. And he said, always make time to polish up your bullshit detector. And it stuck with me, and it's very true that as we go through life and gain more experience of life, you realise the degree and the intensity of how we are misinformed, misled, misadvised, indoctrinated, deceived, patronised, insulted, abused, damaged by the societies in which we live, for a very simple reason. It's all part of the human condition, and often we may not have control of the larger situations around us, but there's a certain amount we can control. And if we are naive, trusting, weak, insecure and lazy, we are going to get buffeted by the negative effects of the world around us, because they'll be able to penetrate our shield far more easily. Whereas if we are listening more, observing more, seeing what's actually there rather than what we are told to see is there, when we see the world more from our singular perspective rather than the perspective that general society would like to impose on us to see the world by, you'll see there's a difference, and it's not just a minor difference, it's actually quite a significant difference over time. It all adds up. It has compound effect. And ultimately, people die way ahead of their time, and I wouldn't say enjoy a life, but experience a life a lot less fulfilling, simply because they have been overly trusting, and they have been weak, indecisive, defeatist, and taking a victim mindset when they shouldn't be doing so. They should be taking control of a situation, but abdicate it far too easily to others around them, whether it be individuals or whether it be the greater whims of a manipulative society and globalism. So polish up your bullshit detector, mates. Another channel. Gainers. I'm known for these bloopers, so we carry on. I'm talking about my other channel, Ralphie.com, with my whiskey reviews there, in case you're not aware. But having these detectors in our lives, you really notice over time how much more visible the real world becomes, and the illusory world that we are indoctrinated into by our parents and school and society around us. It's so dangerous. And we have to do everything in our power to protect ourselves for a simple reason, very simple reason. It is a proactive way of having more control over life, and in doing so to improve our quality of life and to get more out of life, to benefit from the journey rather than simply be a passive passenger to the experience who is discarded with anonymity at the end of it all. It's not for us. We do have more control than we care to think we do, and it's only with practicing the small controls steadily over time that we start to recalibrate ourselves to a far higher calibration. And we'll wake up one morning, and it's happened to me, I'm sure it'll happen to you, and you look back at how little you knew and how ignorant you were in the old days. And I noticed this particularly when I was in my 20s. I was incredibly naive, but I wouldn't say I've gone in the opposite direction, but I've certainly learned a lot in this journey, and I certainly continue to learn a lot in this journey. The journey is life, and the purpose of life is to experience it. So there you have it. I do wish you a very good new year when your new year arrives. I'm Ralphie, being stoic, by the Irish Sea, on the coast. It's beautiful, it's dry, it's fresh, and it is full of life. And our lives should be just like that as well. So long as we keep polishing it, clean it up, spring clean it, dust it down, check the batteries, all the things we need to do to avoid a more passive, painful life. Gainers, see you soon.